Hey guys, welcome back to another Battlefield 6 video, and today we got a new update, we got one new feature, we got some fixes that I want to go over, and a new interesting map. Well, it's a community spotlight, so not exactly a new map, but it's interesting. And we jump right into the game, so we're here on the start screen, and here we got the first new thing that we got with the update, and that's what's new section right under bulletin. And I actually thought that bulletin is supposed to be what's new, but now we got this what's new section as well. And here you can always see, for example, a new bonus path for the battle pass, or when there are new challenges. So of course we also got new challenges for this week, so week 15, almost the last week of the season. And we also got community showcase, but when you click on it, you basically end up in the search of the community experiences. So I'm not quite sure why it's a spotlight. So there is nothing really highlighted or spotlighted here. So maybe this is not working as intended yet. What's interesting as well though, and that leads me to the new map. We're gonna go over the update stuff a little bit later, but I want to squeeze this in because I think this is interesting for a lot of you. So we have under featured Operation Metro, and this is not the original Operation Metro, of course, but this is a community spotlight. So someone has remade this. Guy is called Bellum L988, and he's on a remake of Operation Metro. It runs Conquest 32 versus 32, so 64 players. And I'm gonna show you a little bit of gameplay that I recorded earlier, because of course I'm a simple woman. I see Operation Metro, I have to click Operation Metro and I have to play it, because probably like a lot of players in the community, I really like Operation Metro and also Locker. And I actually still hope that maybe one day we see official remasters of both of these maps. But for now we have this community build right here, and you can see that it's a bit rough around the edges, so it's missing a bit of textures, a bit of, well, I would call it a bit of life. But then again, it still captures the essence of Operation Metro pretty well, because it is this turn your brain off meat grinder that you can play after a long day at work, and when you just want to shoot at something and you just want to talk to friends or whatever and shoot and maybe revive some people. And that's basically the essence that it captures, and I don't know what it is, but I had fun playing this. And I had played about an hour of Domination and King of the Hill before on the other maps, and still Operation Metro, even though it is this bare bones, rough around the edges map, it still had me more excited playing it than the other stuff had. Maybe because this is new and we hadn't played it in Battlefield 6 yet, but maybe it's also because for whatever reason or however they've done it, but they've done something right with these old maps. So if you loved Operation Metro, I can really recommend to try this out. However, there is a drop of bitterness, and in my opinion that's a huge drop of bitterness, because when you check out this overview right here with the experience details, you can see over here that you will get match completion bonus of 150%, so you will get normal career XP, but you will not get anything else. So you will not get anything counted towards your stats, you will not complete any challenges, assignments, daily missions, and you will also not get any XP towards your weapon masteries. And I gotta be honest, well, first of all, I think this is terrible in general, that we don't get this in Portal, at least for some experiences, and especially for these very interesting experiences, where someone sat down and tried to remake this old map. But I think it's even worse because this is a featured experience. This is finally on the start screen, and finally these Portal experiences are getting at least a little bit of visibility, and then you don't get anything out of it as a player. I mean, of course I'm playing for fun as well, but with Battlefield 6 having this endless grind, it would be great to at least have some progression towards your weapons in these modes. You showcase them because you want people to play them and to see them, that at least these featured experiences will have full XP. So this is again a bit of a half-baked thing, but that's what Portal is. ever since the beginning, or not since the beginning, but ever since they cut the XP on it. And I'm still hoping that over time they will find a better solution for this than just taking away all of the progression, but you can still play it, you just don't get anything out of it. So I don't think that's really a motivation for people to check these experiences out and play them, and also play them for a longer period of time. But yeah, moving on, I'm going back to what we got with the new update and also what was changed. So what we got as well, and I'm going to show you a side-by-side comparison here, is that 2 of the cosmetics were, well, adjusted. I would not say they were changed, but they were adjusted. And the first one is the Objective Ace Soldier skin that we got with the Battlefield Pro bonus path, or that we were supposed to get with this bonus path, and then at the end we all had this in our inboxes. But all of us should have this skin, and there was huge criticism because obviously they kind of copied the Ghost mask from Call of Duty. At least there were some striking similarities. So Battlefield has changed this now, and now it looks like this. There were no other changes made to this skin. I thought they maybe would give the diaper that the soldier has around his neck a different color, maybe make it look a little bit less like a diaper, but nothing else was changed apparently. The skin still looks pretty much the same except for the Ghost mask. And what they wrote in the patch notes as well is that they're changing the Winter Warning cosmetic, which is this sticker right here that also caused a lot of backlash in the community, because a lot of people, me including, are suspecting that this is AI generated. And of course, it's part of a paid bundle, so I don't want to pay for any AI generated stuff. And they said they would change this, but Battlefield Bulletin posted a side-by-side picture of this. I don't own this pack, I don't own the sticker, so I cannot show you a side-by-side picture from my build of the game, so I have to trust Bulletin here that this is actually the side-by-side comparison, and this is the before and after, and I think you can clearly see that there's no change at all. This is pretty much the same picture. Now, I don't know if they forgot the change in this update and we will get it in a future update, or if the changes are so small that they're not recognizable. But I honestly think that they just put this in the patch notes and it was supposed to be changed with this update, but then they forgot about it, or it didn't make it into this update, and we will see it in the next one. Let's see. Now, some other changes that were also made, and I'm just reading this out real quick in case you haven't read through the patch notes. It's really just a very, very small update with a handful of fixes. So they fixed an issue where sprint jump momentum could behave inconsistently and grant higher or lower momentum than intended. They fixed an issue where the downed squad mates were shown on the minimap for classes that were not able to revive them. They also fixed an issue where the enemy detection sound of the UAV drone could be heard by all of your team members instead of only yourself, so the one that is operating the UAV drone. Then they fixed an out-of-memory crash on the Xbox Series S that could occur when you were loading into your daily or weekly challenges. They've also resolved a set of destruction-related visual and lighting issues on Eastwood that could result in lighting artifacts, blackouts, or incorrect color rendering. So if you had these very bright spots that almost looked like something's burning through the map on Eastwood, this should be fixed now. Then on RedSec, they fixed several issues as well. One is that the Battle Royale initiation matches did not end after eliminating the final AI opponent. Then there were issues where parachute deployment could remain linked to the jump leader after break-off. They also fixed an issue where players could become stuck mid-air during insertion. And the second chance redeploy icon could incorrectly transfer to a living teammate, or the timer refreshed each time the map was opened. So these were just some smaller fixes like I had said before. In a future update, we will also see the promised netcode and hitreg fixes that they were talking about in, I think, the last community update, or maybe the one before. But according to Battlefield Studios, resolving these issues takes longer since they're still investigating reports from the community. And unfortunately, I also have to say that the hitreg or anything did not improve after this update today. I felt like after the last update we got, I think 2 weeks ago, it got a little bit worse again, and it also didn't improve in any way with this update. And then we also got an interesting insight on anti-cheat and what it does in Battlefield 6 and the numbers, so the anti-cheat attempts that it has prevented. And it's just a smaller post, but I summed up the most important things. So in December 2025, the anti-cheat has prevented over 580,000 attempts to cheat or tamper with the game before these attempts could actually impact matches. And they've also tracked 224 cheat-related programs, hardware solutions, vendors, and resellers, with the result that some of them even fully took their cheats offline. But a lot of them at least reported that their cheats are not working or are not fully working anymore as a result of the anti-cheat. And I know this is always kind of the blog post that tries to show off, hey, we're doing something and our anti-cheat is working. I also know that people are experiencing cheaters in-game, especially in RedSec, which is free to play, so naturally it has more cheaters than the paid version, but I still think it also shows that there is something done, that the anti-cheat is working. And I think it's also interesting to see how many attempts there are to cheat or tamper with the game. Maybe some of them are falsely detected as cheats, but I guess most of them are definitely right and correctly detected as cheating or tampering. So definitely an interesting insight. And lastly, of course, we also got some new free stuff in the game. So when you head over to the store, head down to your free gift and you get this vehicle decal right here. Watch me claim it if it's something that's interesting for you. And then when you go to your inbox, so to your game messages, we've also got daily login rewards. This started yesterday already or last night, and up until February 7 we will get a daily login reward again, and every day this will be an XP booster, sometimes career, sometimes weapon, but it will always be an XP booster. You have to claim it every day if you want to have it. If not, well, then you just miss out on it. And lastly, taking a quick look at what we can still expect in Season 1. So Season 1 will only run for another 2 weeks now. Season 2 will start on February 17th. So I'm guessing that we will very soon get the first details about Season 2 already. And what we can still expect to see in Season 1 in the next 2 weeks is that there is a Valentine's Day celebration. So that should be somewhere around next week. And on February 12th to 16th, so that's next weekend, not the one that is coming, but the one after. During this weekend, we will get full double XP, so that's the last weekend of the season, and this will give you Battle Pass, Career, and Hardware double XP in case you still need to complete your Battle Pass or you want to upgrade some of your weapons a bit faster. And yeah, that was it for today. That was everything we got with the update in Battlefield 6 today. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. And I'm gonna see you in the next one. I'm the Catwoman, and you are awesome.